Welcome, and thanks so much for taking the time to watch my video. As in all the videos in Tarot My Way series, this video may have a bit of a different perspective than some of the other tarot enthusiasts. In this video, your Kosmos, are you awake yet? I will muse on what it means to be spiritually awake. I will present 5 things that might help you open your eyes to a new way of thinking that will prepare you to understand birth cards of the tarot. Tarot birth cards can act as a catalyst and become an alarm clock to reveal your purpose in life and be able to help you settle more comfortably in Earth School rather than fighting it. I hope my different perspectives on tarot intrigue you. My video series, Tarot My Way, might just assist you to develop tarot your way. I'm Pandora, and I just wanted to introduce myself. I was born to be an earth mystic, pagan, cosmic witch, and a bit of a rebel. So that's who I am. Now, why do I do this? I want to share something personal with you. In my life path, I hit a rough patch and battled alcohol and drug addiction. Through my pagan path and an anonymous 12-step program, I have been sober and clean for many, many decades. I now lead a life I never thought I could have in my wildest dreams. Yet, in January 2021, I contracted COVID. Being a high-risk host, it nearly took my life. It certainly gave me a wake-up call. All who know me know I live pretty much off the grid. So when Deity called me to share the content of my magical books and my tarot system, I thought I had lost my mind. Yet, here I am. I hope this will be my legacy to those who care to view my musings. But keep in mind, the methods I use may be a bit unconventional, if not downright controversial. So, I hope you will hear me out. Take what you can use and just leave the rest. So, how about hopping on the back of my broom and let's take a journey to one of my secret places. I'm comfortable, but magic is serious business, especially with tarot. I'd like to brush quickly up on the principles I'm always harping on in my videos, just in case there's people who haven't seen any before. All humans will graduate from Earth School at the time of their death. The soul will ascend to another realm at the time of its human's death. I consider anything that has universal principles to be of a divine nature. Therefore, our archetypical journeys defined in the tarot cards confirm that our own existence is divine in nature. It reflects the eternal rising of the soul's desire to return to union with its creator. It's been known that our creator was one and it wanted to experience itself. It split itself into every soul that there is. It is a hermetic and metaphysical philosophy that the individual soul chooses a life to be born into. The sole purpose, as I've indicated, is to rise and become one with its creator again. In this video, you will have 5 things that I have taken into account when we plan our soul's blueprint. Let us proceed with the way a personal life blueprint of the soul is achieved. Before I was born, I sat down with my spiritual guides, and together we decided what lessons I needed to master during this lifetime on Earth School. We determined what negative karma I needed to balance, what kind of personality traits I would need to possess during this lifetime in order to achieve the life lessons I set for myself. This actually forms the basis of what I know as my soul life blueprint. My soul life blueprint will help me to awaken to my spiritual path. It is an important roadmap to master my life lessons. I will begin to see why I act in certain ways and what negative behaviors I am here to overcome. I will begin to see how negative action in my previous lives, which of course I know is karma, is still affecting me in this lifetime, and what it is I can do to correct this. This will help turn my life around. I will begin to see why I have particular interests and desires and what fears hold me back in my life this time around. My soul life blueprint will show me how I can implement new strategies specific to me to help me master my life lessons. It shows me what internal psychological stress patterns I can expect from my personality during this lifetime. It shows me how to work through these internal stress patterns, how to work through and bring harmony into my life, and how to find peace within. It is over the course of hundreds of lives that I choose to master higher qualities of being that will help me come closer to my Creator. Throughout my life, I incur karma, the negative karma, through wrong actions. This must be repaid over the course of my lifetimes, and every lesson mastered before I can free myself from this earth plane, never to return. And as we all can vouch for, this earth plane is pretty tough on us. 80% of the negative energy I feel inside actually is residual negative energy from a past life or multiple lives that I've lived before. It is through the process of rebirth, or as we know it, reincarnation, that I seek to relieve and release myself of this negative energy that I carry inside me. This negative energy resides in my body's cell memory as well as my subconscious mind. I have chosen, and get this is very important to understand, I have chosen the circumstances that will provide me with the opportunities to learn my life lessons and to pay off karmic debt. Now, in order to write my personal life blueprint, I had to take into consideration 5 different things. And these 5 different things has to do with my spiritual awakening in this lifetime. The first of these things is that I chose my parents. Choosing the right parents is important for the soul because it achieves many of its life lessons. And of course, each soul chooses parents that will challenge or teach it in some way. Sometimes it is necessary to choose a certain parent who will challenge internal powers, which may serve as an opportunity to test my own self-love and self-acceptance. It may also be that a certain parent represents how I, myself, treated others in a past lifetime. This will enable me to repay the karmic debt that I have incurred in those lifetimes. The second understanding, I chose my personality, my name, my date and time of my birth. These are precise actions of my soul. Once again, I'm going to rely on astrology as a metaphysical law. My soul is governed by astrological forces of the planets. These planetary forces govern my personality, the way that I act, and my internal desires and internal drives. It's a critical point that my soul be born at the precise moment so that I end up with the personality that my soul has chosen to learn its life lessons as well as repay its karmic debt. Now, this is interesting because how is it that I chose my own name? I can tell you it's because I psychically implanted it into the minds of my parents who believe they chose it for me. So, see how powerful this before the beginning is for the soul? Well, I appreciate you hanging in so far. And if you're liking what you're seeing, please hit the subscribe and like button. I'd sure appreciate it. We're going to take a little deeper dive going into the third thing of your soul's life blueprint. In order to learn my life lessons and become stronger, I need to test myself and overcome obstacles that are very challenging. I chose these before I was born. Well, here I get questions of, what about free will? With the help of my spiritual guides, I chose all of the possible outcomes that will enable me to fulfill my soul's purpose. As I proceed and I make a choice, a lot of doors will close and I will proceed on down the path I chose. And then at a turning point, I will choose another path and all the other doors will close. And so you can see how I weave my way through the maze of life, through my personal life blueprint before I was born in this earth school. Now let's move on to the fourth thing. I chose the negative people who will come into my life. Yes, that means our parents, which we already knew. It means our best friends who betrayed us. It means our ex-wives and our ex-husbands, etc., and so on and so forth. Every person who I encounter on my life path is my teacher. They reveal to me what I still have to master. The very thing I hate most in my enemies is the thing I refuse to see or recognize within myself. These other souls act as mirrors for myself and are important beings for my growth and learning. My enemies are usually my best or closest friends in my spiritual home and my spiritual dimensions. They agree to challenge me on the earth plane to help me achieve my life lessons. These are the best of friends in my spiritual, but not so much in the earth plane. Now, finally, the fifth thing, I chose the time I will be awakened spiritually. If I have not woken up to my spiritual path by the time I have set for myself, that everything that I hold close and dear is to be taken away from me. This will force me to deeply reflect upon my life and what is important to me. This spiritual awakening can happen without this horrible trauma, as long as we remain open-minded and have a degree of humility. This video has tried to explain a little bit about cosmic energies and how important it is in Tarot My Way. In the next video, I will be discussing birth cards. Just think of it, 12 sets of birth cards for almost 8 billion people on the planet. Uh-oh. It looks as if our time together with Tarot My Way is coming to an end. So don't miss a single video I've made because you make it so exciting to share my adventures with you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. So long!